right, so here we've got a short little clip that just totally exposes Dave Rubin as a liar. It's pretty hilarious. So I actually did a video that talks about this interview that was done by this guy and Dave Rubin. I actually forgot. It's like I didn't know. I think it's Rebel of Wisdom. He does a pretty good interview with Dave Rubin actually, and he makes an interesting comment here where he basically says you grouped in a bunch of people who are right wing into the new center. And he basically brings that up, and then Dave Rubin says, like, who? And then he says Stefan Molyneux, and then Dave Rubin says, no, I never said that, dude. And then he goes on to say, like, oh, like, see, this is the problem. People are smearing. But it's not going to turn out the way you thought.
You talk about a new centre evolving, but you draw that new centre around some people that I would consider on the right, like Stefan Molyneux, for example.
Well, I've never said that Stefan Molyneux's in the new centre.
Really?
Have you ever heard me say that?
I thought you had.
No, I've never said that. No.
So 5 years ago, where liberals and conservatives were just fighting about everything, now actually there's a new center developing. And I think both of us are sort of in that, not in the exact same political part, but to me that's irrelevant whether we agree on everything or.
Yeah, so you've been caught peddling fake news, Rave Dubin, because there's a verbatim clip of you saying that, yeah, we're not exactly in the same political party, but, we're basically part of the new center. And he's been trying to do this weird shit for a while now, where he's trying to be doing this thing where he's like, yeah, bro, me and Glenn Beck, we're the new center, dog. And he talks to Ben Shapiro and he goes, I have this great idea, Ben. Why don't we just take in everyone with vastly different ideologies into the same party? Because that's not totally contradictory and entirely counterintuitive and totally, defeats the whole purpose of having a party in the first place. He's like, we should bring in pro-choice people into the conservative movement, and they'll have this and that. I'm like, what the fuck? Then what is the point of these different factions? Like, why would I be in a party with someone who I disagree with wholeheartedly on everything? Just because I believe in free speech doesn't mean I'm a fucking right-winger or that I would want to be associated with them in the same party. And Ben Shapiro basically had the same feeling as well, because he's like, Dave, what is Dave doing? I don't understand what he's doing. I think he's trying to self-aggrandize and, like, set him up to make this, like, sort of weird, like, overarching group of, like, yo, dog, let's start this new center. We'll call it the Rubin Center. And everyone in the Rubin Center believes in free speech and says SJW bad 30 times a day before they brush their teeth. And you can be pro-choice, you can be pro-life, you can be pro-death penalty, you can be anti-death penalty, you could believe in single-payer healthcare, you could want a completely dystopian free market healthcare system. It doesn't matter. But because we repeat like NPCs stating SJW bad, we can all be part of the center. It's like, what? How does any of that work? So Dave Rubin, if you don't already know, is a serial liar. He's a total fraud. And he's just a clown of a human being. He's a joke of a person. And maybe in fairness to Dave Rubin, maybe his brain is still recovering from all those high-level ideas that he's taken in.